So I've been watching these kinds of videos for like the past 4 years of my life, and so I thought it'd be my time to share my stats and extracurriculars that got me into the University of Pennsylvania. Wow! I applied a few months ago for early decision and I got in December. Okay, so I'll start off with stats real quick since I feel like I'll be able to get through this really quick. So my school didn't give a cumulative GPA over the course of the 4 years. They just gave the GPAs for the end of every year, and it kind of reset every year. So I'll just tell you the GPAs that I had for every year. So at the end of 9th grade, I had an unweighted GPA of 3.89 and a weighted GPA of 4.05. And so at my school, for every honors class you take, it gave a 0.5 GPA boost for that class. And then for every AP class you took, it gave you a 1 point boost to your GPA. And so in 9th grade, I took Algebra 2 honors and Bio honors. And so those were my 2 honors classes. And I had 1 B plus in 9th grade, and that was in Algebra 2 honors. Literally the hardest class I've ever taken in my whole time in high school. In sophomore year, I had an unweighted GPA of 3.9 and a weighted GPA of 4.15. And so the, special classes, I guess you can say, that I took that year was Chem H, so Chem honors, and I took AP Calc AB. So I had that GPA boost from that, and I had 2 A minuses that year. Okay, and then junior year, I had a unweighted GPA of 3.9 and a weighted GPA of 4.48. So I took 3 APs that year, so I kind of loaded up that year. I took AP Calc BC, AP Chemistry, and AP US History, or APUSH. And also I took French 5 honors that year. And so also that year I had 2 A minuses. Well, what can you do? I guess it worked out. So for senior year, I'll just tell you my first semester grades, since I don't have my second semester grades right now, obviously. And so I had an unweighted GPA of 4.0, so that was my best semester yet, and which I was really proud of. But yeah, and I had a weighted GPA of 4.67, so I took 3 APs this year again. I took AP French, AP Physics C Mechanics, and AP European History. For math, since I already took BC junior year, I took Advanced Topics, and that's a combination of multivariable calculus and linear algebra. And so that kind of counted as an AP. So at my school, we had a cap of 3 APs per year. So this was kind of like a loophole to kind of get 4 APs in, since the math class that I took wasn't technically an AP. So I could take 3 other APs, but I still got the GPA boost. So yeah, strategy. Yeah, and so that's my grades. So they were pretty good. They weren't perfect, and there's probably a lot of people who had better stats than me, but I think that just shows that you don't need all A's in all of your classes to get into a good college. To standardized testing, I took the ACT, not the SAT, because the summer after junior year I tried taking the SAT at home and it turned out really badly. Really badly. So I just said screw that, I'm just gonna take the ACT. I'm not even gonna bother trying to take the SAT in an actual testing center. And so I took the ACT 4 times, I think, and then the first 3 times I got a 35, and then my 4th time I finally got a 36. So I was done after that. But yeah, that's all my stats. For honors, I got cum laude senior year. I was on the honors list for all 4 years of high school. I had an academic scholarship for all 4 years of high school. I was an AP Distinguished Scholar for junior and senior year, which doesn't mean that much, but might as well put it on there, right? And I was a national merit semifinalist at the time. Oh, this should go in stats, but this is my AP scores. And so on Chem, I got a 5. On BC, I got a 5. I took English language and composition without taking the class, but I got a 5. I got a 4 on A push, and I got a 5 on Calc AB. So here are my actual extracurriculars. The way I formatted it in my Common App was that I put the most important ones to me on the top, and then I kind of went from most to least important, and so that's how I'm gonna list it off to you guys. But yeah, the first activity I put down was debate. And I did the sophomore, junior, and senior year, and I was a captain my senior year. And I said I put in 15 hours per week in for 15 weeks out of the year. So that's including like prepping, meetings, and like the actual tournaments, which usually were like whole day ordeals or like whole weekends, since I went to some national tournaments, not a lot, but a few. And yeah, so that kind of added into the hours. And for the description, I said I helped teach debate to new members, semi-finaled at 2017 state tournament, and qualified for 2018 NCFL tournament, and qualified for 2019 NSDA tournament. My second activity I put down was Varsity Rowing, and I said I did rowing for all 4 years of high school, and I put in 20 hours in per week for 20 weeks out of the year, and so that was including practice, which was 5 days out of the week for 3 hours, because we had to drive to the lake and drive back, which was like a 20-minute drive, and we had regattas on the weekends, which was also like whole day regattas. We'd leave at like 5 a.m. and get back at like 7. And so for the description, I said goes to roughly 7 regattas per year, and second place at 2018 Frog Time Regatta, which was a really small regatta, but I thought it would look sad if I just said I went to like 7 regattas per year. So even if it was a small regatta, I kind of just like added that in just for like a little bit of sparkle, And then for my third activity, I said I was a residential advisor for the dorms I lived in, and I said this was only for senior year because only seniors in my dorm could be RAs. And I said I put in 2 hours in per week for 40 weeks out of the year because it was a whole school year thing. And I said for my description that I serve as a bridge between administration and students within the dorms, and I ensure new students adjust well to school and provide emotional guidance. So yeah, what I basically did was, kind of just check up on the new girls in the dorms, like the freshmen, and there were even like some sophomores and juniors that would come in new, and it was just kind of like being there for them and answering any questions they had about like the logistics of the dorms, or like school schedules, or like how to get around. And yeah, and I also got an allowance of $50 per month to kind of throw like an RA party for my advisees, where I buy like good food and everything. I bought like sushi and bubble tea for them sometimes, and just kind of like letting them de-stress when they're stressed with school and everything. The fourth activity I put down was first chair flute for the pit orchestra, and I was in the pit orchestra for junior and senior year, and I said I put in 16 hours in per week for 7 weeks out of the year. And in the description I put that I got a solo ensemble regional division 1 rating from grade 9 to 11, and I was chosen for the school musical pit orchestra, and I was first chair in school symphony band grades 10 to 12. Next one is I was president of Gold Key Club, and I was in the club for all 4 years of high school, and I was a president for senior year. And I said I put in 2 hours per week in for 8 weeks out of the year. And for the description, I said I organized and run school visit days, give tours to prospective families and students, and helped faculty advisors with open houses. And so yeah, basically what we did was we had 2 open houses per year, and we would just kind of at my school, at the open houses, the students actually gave tours to like families and stuff instead of like actual like faculty or anything, because we thought it would bring like a more honest view to the school, I guess. So that was really fun too. And then my next one, I put teacher, but and this was the summer after junior year, and I said I put in 6 hours per week for 4 weeks out of the year. And so what I basically did was I organized 7 kids with my mom in Korea, and we rented out a preschool room like right next to where I live. And so I would basically like read them like English storybooks, and like we would play games with like English, like simple English words like fruits and stuff like that. And it was really fun because, you know, a lot of teachers where I live, like English teachers where I live, since I live kind of in a rural part of Korea, you know, they have a lot of like really thick accents when they try to speak English and stuff, and they're not really fluent in English either. So it was kind of just a way for them to get accustomed to like an actual like American accent, or like not an English accent, because that's British, but you know what I mean. But yeah. And then for the next one, I said I was a member of my school's Korean club for all 4 years of high school, and I said I put in 4 hours per week for 4 weeks out of the year. And I said I helped organize sales, organize and participate in Korean night, which is a night to celebrate Korean culture with acts and food, which is really fun. We got to like learn. I got to do like fan dances and stuff, which is and the next one, I said I was part of my school's cabinet club for sophomore year and onwards, and I said I put in 3 hours per week for 4 weeks out of the year, and it was basically just a volunteering club. And so we just volunteered within our community. We did some volunteering for Habitats for Humanity, we did some food drives, and we participated in soup kitchens, which is fun. And then the next one, I said I was part of the dorm's residential hall council for junior year, and I said that took up 2 hours per week for 28 weeks out of the year. And we basically just helped organize and prepare the dorms before move-in day, and we helped run day-to-day logistics of dorms like sign-in and chores. So yeah, we basically just, you know, help assign people work duty, which is basically just cleaning up the dorms, and help waking up people who were late to sign in the mornings. And then the last activity I put down is that I was a presenter for World Affairs Seminar, which is a day my school has where students run a bunch of like presentations or like activities that fit a certain theme. So the one I did it for was the world, so it's basically open to anything anyone wanted to do. And so I paired up with 2 of my friends, and we organized a seminar on subconscious biases in society and bringing attention to its consequences. So a lot of detail in that one. And I said I put in 5 hours per week for 3 weeks out of the year. So that was fun. That was all my activities. I filled in all 10 because I don't know. I feel like I could have done without like 2 or 3 of those activities on there because it didn't mean that much, but I like got scared last minute because a lot of my friends were filling up all 10 of them, and I was like kind of nervous. I kind of felt pressure to like have 10 activities to show them. I've watched a lot of these kinds of videos, and they always, you know, there's always people with like those nonprofits. They always, you know, like were like part of like the US like gymnastics team or something like that. And when I saw those videos, I always thought that I had like no chance at going to a good school, because I was like, how can I compare with these people who are like the best of the best like nationally in these activities? But I just like want you to know that you don't have to be perfect at everything, and I think as long as you stay true to yourself like during high school and doing the things that you like to do, and you just try your best, that's all you can really ask for. If you like this video and you think it was helpful, you know, drop a like. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. I don't know what I'm saying right now. Oh, also, if you want to see another video of me reading my Common App essay and my supplemental essays, then also like this video and I'll make it for you since I'll have a lot of time on my hands. But yeah, if you got accepted to Penn for the fall, then, you know, comment down below. Comment down below, and you know, I'll see you in the fall maybe. I don't know. What am I doing right now? Oh my god.